did you make of the Hendo shuffle? Is now infamous trophy lift. Hey everyone, what you're about to watch is a section from our full King Kenny Dalglish interview that is streaming on our Liverpool streaming service, the redmentv.com. We hope you enjoy it, and if you want to watch the full thing, then do go over to the redmentv.com and sign up. Enjoy.
For me to present it to Jordan was a huge honour for me to do that. Not because it was Jordan. Maybe, yeah, you signed him, but as I said earlier, you're not responsible. You've gone. When you've gone for the club, you've gone. It's Jordan's playing for Liverpool. Whoever comes in is Jordan's player. But to just give him the handshake, just because he's such a good guy, you know, he's helped so many people through the COVID and everything, and he's done so much for people less fortunate than himself, and doesn't he look for the spotlight on that? But I mean, when you just to give it to somebody who is a good guy, right? And playing with a good team, obviously, right? But just to get it was special.
What was that? How does they come about then? The Premier League trophy lift, you know.
I don't know. Somebody just said, "Do you want to come back? Do the presentation?" I said, "Yeah, I'll come back." And then he took us through a run through on the day before. I had to be back the day before to do a walkthrough. I said, "I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to go down there with the guy, walk up the steps. I can walk up steps, right? And stand here and wait for him coming up and give him the trophy." I said, "I don't need a walkthrough for that, surely." Jesus. And you know, it was brilliant the way they did it. The presentation that the club put on, or whoever put it on, was brilliant. It must have been hard for the players going through the game and no think about what's happening after it. Mustn't it? It must have been. Because I'm sitting watching the game and I'm going, "Oh, hurry up. Let's get the trophy over." No, but it was brilliant how it was done. And to give it to Jordan was, to give a special trophy to a special guy, that a special football club is. It doesn't get much better, does it?
Absolutely unbelievable. Were you with Rushy and Peter that around at the time after the presentation, or was it before the presentation? There's a few pictures of you with a glass of bubbly.
Aye. Free, obviously. We were still standing waiting for everybody to... Oh, there was no crowd in, but just waiting for things to cool down and get away.
Good moment.
Aye, it was a good moment. Jeez, you can't enjoy that. You can't enjoy winning. You've no chance, have you? The chance you've got. That's what everybody looks forward to.
Brilliant. Obviously, the title we all know, but now, and obviously as Liverpool fans we know, but 1990, you know, you come out onto the pitch for the trophy lift. It's a very different trophy lift back there. Not just the trophy, but the environment around it. You know, there's not the same level of like pomp and circumstance and stuff.
But it was the same feeling. It doesn't matter about the pomp, and it never matter. If it was an empty house and only one guy passed it over, it wouldn't have made any difference to us. And because you'd been successful beforehand and winning the league, it didn't mean to say that the next one was any less important. It was more important. And once you get a taste of it, by the way, it's much better to come off with a trophy than it is with a loser's medal. So, unfortunately, after winning it 30 years, we've not been able to retain it this year. But I bet they've still got the hunger to do it.
I guess you've probably been asked this a million times, but you know, when you walk off the pitch that night back in 1990, you couldn't possibly have imagined the next time Liverpool lift the top division trophy, it would be 30 years and you'd be the guy, you know, handing it off.
No, you couldn't. But then again, you couldn't have imagined coming back to Liverpool to win the league with Blackburn either. So, but by the way, there's nothing really surprises you in life, is there? And you don't set yourself any standards, or you're going to be disappointed. Other than to do whatever you're good at, and that's do your best to get success. And the success is much better than coming second or third. So 1990, no, and the next year we had a good start as well. We had a good start. So, but why did it happen? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's not because people became complacent. How can you become complacent? You're not complacent. The boys weren't complacent. Graham wasn't complacent. See, I've never seen somebody enjoy a game or a victory as much as him. So he enjoyed winning. So he wouldn't be complacent. It's just the way things are, isn't it? The way things go.
There's definitely something, you mentioned the Blackburn thing, to, you know, you've been involved in the three most recent times that the trophy's been at Anfield. That Blackburn game, I always remember it, and of course you'll remember from the other aspect because you end up being the winning manager, but for Liverpool fans it literally couldn't have ended any better because the result went Liverpool's way, but United don't win the title.
Yeah, but it could have ended better. It could have been Liverpool picking it up.
Well, yeah, contextually speaking, of course, yeah.
No, as I say, every club wants to win the trophy at their own stadium, and if you can't do it, then for me, that was the best place for me to have been handed the trophy. But if they'd have given us at some other stadium 3 games before it, I'd still been as happy. I just felt more comfortable at home.
I had to ask, what do you make of the Hendo shuffle? Is now infamous trophy lift.
By the way, if he's got a choreographer, I would sack him.
Not for you?
No, for me. Just give us a trophy.
So, he wins the Football Writers Association Player of the Year. You won it twice. Rushy's won it. Cali won it. Stanley Matthews won it. Some of the greatest names to ever play the game have won it. What's it feel like? What kind of honour is it to win it as a player? And also, what does it say about Jordan Henderson's football ability to be in that?
I think individual honours are it's a compliment to yourself, but also it's a compliment to the rest of the team that you play for or the club you work for. Everybody shares in it. It is a team sport, and somebody, if they've got Sports Writers of the Year or got Footballer of the Year or whatever, some individuals got to get it. But even with the sports writers themselves, if they're getting an award for their own peers, somebody's got to win it, haven't they? Somebody's got to win it as a representative of either the newspaper or the football club. So for Jordan, being a representative of the football club, you couldn't get a better person.
He ends up runner-up Sports Personality of the Year as well. I mean, that's another one where maybe people outside of England don't quite get it, but you know it's such a massive event in this country. Again, you think about the big people, the big names who picked it up. It's another one, doesn't it, where you've actually, for that, you've got to be brilliant at your job, but also it also was Jordan Henderson, the man, and all the stuff he does off the pitch probably helps him in that regard as well.
Well, and I don't know when the voting would be, but if you're European champions, world champions, Premier League champions, and you're the captain, and you don't win the Sports Personality of the Year, you finish second, what are you supposed to do? Go out and run 100 metres in less than 10 seconds or something? You can't, there's nothing else that anybody could have done other than vote for him. Even if it is still voting. But no, I think for the achievements that the club has and being a representative of the club, rather than an individual, which is the way Jordan would have taken it. I can't see how somebody can. I can't see how somebody can beat him. So, but he wouldn't swap any of the others for sports personality of the year. He'll just keep the 3 winning trophies here.
Just to nip back to the trophy ceremony. Did you have any little words with him? Obviously, he comes up to you, and obviously there's a few smiles. Well, we're presuming there's a few smiles behind the mask at the time. Did you have a little word to say to him before it all?
Nah, not really. Before it?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have said something, but I don't know.
Don't drop it.
I don't know if I was allowed to say something, but I think the protocol went out the window a wee bit. No, it's their moment, isn't it? It's their moment. You're really, really pleased for them. And all you wanted was get a hold of the trophy and get on with the unchoreographed dance that he did, and then get celebrating with the boys, and rightly so. And there's no way that there was... I wasn't there to take the shine off anything, or to take away the limelight for them, but I was there just to hand over the trophy and the medals. I kept one for myself. So it was... There must have been something said, but I've not got a clue what I said.
Yeah, just in the moment.
But it was emotive as well.
Unbroadcastable emotive?
No, I'm saying the moment was emotive.
Yeah.
No, the words.
Although maybe.
Aye. Maybe no.
There you go, there you have it. If you want the full thing, it is streaming now in its entirety on the redmentv.com, as well as the 3-part mega docu-series, Hendo, 10 Years of Red, and all of the full interviews from there as well, including Jurgen Klopp, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, and a hell of a lot more. All of them exclusively right now on the redmentv.com.